Hi there, my name is Tina and I'm from the University of Southern Denmark, or more specifically, I'm from the Faculty of Engineering. I'm here today to tell you a bit about the life of an engineer, but also to give you an introduction to the different types of engineering and advise you on how to best find what fits your future profession and the type of engineering that you would like to pursue. At the Faculty of Engineering, we have a motto, which is make a difference, become an engineer. And I'd like to tell you a bit about why that is. As you probably know, there is a very big variety of engineers in this world, some of which are electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, the mixture of the two called mechatronics. But we also have engineers like business engineers, or construction engineers that work on both buildings, bridges, or roads, and so many more kinds of engineers. What they all have in common is that they work on developing and designing the solutions of the future, whether it's for sustainable housing, transportation, wind turbines, or even green energy solutions. They work on smartphone technology, and some also work on your virtual reality gaming experiences. They can work on a small scale with circuits and smoldering in a lab, or they can work on a larger scale with huge mechanical parts or electrical engines, for example, on planes, large ships, and so much more. Some even work on medical equipment in both small and large sizes. However, engineers are also often experts in the different materials. They know when to use which material and for what. An example of this is which material is best for a motorcycle. Is it the same material that's best for all motorcycles? Would a racetrack motorcycle need the same materials as a street motorcycle? The first one must be as light as possible so that it can accelerate as fast as possible, while the second one must be more durable and safer in traffic if something should happen to it. And it doesn't have the same need for a speedy acceleration as the racetrack motorcycle. What some other engineers might work on is how to secure your smartphone or your laptop from cyber attacks, which are getting more common these days, or develop software solutions to better track and more efficiently and accurately track your packages in the mail. Furthermore, we all remember the small building bricks that we played with as children, the little Lego bricks. Lego has a lot of engineers employed in their company as well. Some work with the materials of the bricks. Can they make them more efficient? Can they make the colors different? But others also work with putting them together in a new way and developing new sets for the next generation of children to play with. The faculty itself also, of course, have employed a lot of engineers. Some are teachers, but most, as you probably can imagine, do research. However, research as an engineer is not the same as many other areas of research. It is very rarely purely theoretical. We have a department where they research and develop solar cells, which are made of organic materials. This in itself sounds really cool, but what makes it even more so is that the solar cells are flexible, and they're even working on making them transparent so that they can be installed in windows. This way you can generate sustainable energy while lighting up your office or hopefully even your house someday with natural sunlight and enjoying the warmth of the sun. Many engineers work as project managers or work in a team setting in one way or another in almost every kind of job. Therefore, it is very important that you, as an engineering student, also learn these skills. Not simply the management skills, but generally speaking, also which kind of position you fill when you are working in a team setting. Are you the leader? Or are you the more creative one that shoots out ideas every second? Or would you rather just get your own specific task and work with this area and be a specialist within this area? Every team needs all of these players and some more. This is why it's so important that you not only learn the theoretical knowledge as an engineering student, but also know which role best fits you to work in. You might already know, you might want to try a new role, or you might have no idea and still have to figure that out for yourself. Partially, therefore, the study of an engineer is very practical and group-oriented. The other part of why is to develop your practical know-how and close the gap between studying and your real-life work experience afterwards. This is not just during your semester projects every semester, but also when it comes to joining extracurricular activities. One example of such an activity is our own Formula Student project. In this project, students from all engineering programs come together to work on an electrical and driverless car modeled after a smaller version of a Formula One race car. It might seem very specific and not really something that is applicable for your everyday commute to and from work or school for that matter. However, many of the ideas and practices used in projects like these can actually help with providing a safer traffic for all of us. Some of the things used in our projects are already in use in everyday work, or similar techniques and solutions are seen in today's vehicles. Some of these are lane assists, the indicators that you have in your side mirrors if there's something in your blind spot, or even the smart braking system that will automatically brake your car or brake the car if the driver is inattentive. Another field that has a lot of engineers is entrepreneurship. Many engineers engage in entrepreneurship, and if you have a great idea, go for it. Absolutely. At SDU, we do have entrepreneurship labs that can help you start your own company or develop your idea further. We have a few students who had a master thesis that developed into a company. We have a student who wrote about using compost and using it to make gin. It's a very successful company, and the gin, to be honest, is quite nice. Another option for engineers is to become consultants. Consultants can have many different roles and be in many different areas. They can be found in every setting imaginable, not just within engineering itself. However, it is more typical. But I would like to tell you about how engineering consultants can be used outside, some of the examples that I've seen myself. One of which is if you're interested in developing solutions for local or regional, national, or even larger scale solutions for your area of expertise. Engineers are sometimes hired as expert consultants for city planners or even for politicians. When looking into the political part of it, this can also be on like multiple levels, like national levels, but even the European Union sometimes need consultants to share their expert knowledge and advice on certain things. And sometimes these experts are engineers. You can consult within clean energy. You can consult within water resources and a lot of other areas. Security as well. Cybersecurity is a large area that is also high on the agenda. So yes, if any of these things inspired you, come join us. Join an engineering program. And my advice for choosing a specific direction and program is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to choose what inspires you, to choose something. Even if you choose the wrong path for you, or you might think you've chosen the wrong path, as I've said today, there are so many options for you to go down one path or the other. So even if you feel like maybe electronics wasn't for you, don't fret. It has so many different options in the future. And if you find out after the first semester or second semester, wait, mechatronics was more fun than electronics, then choose mechatronics. You can still change your mind. You're not set in stone. But when choosing, go with your passion. It's like finding a partner. If you can see yourself doing this for the rest of your life, being with this partner or this job, this passion that you have, choose that. Go with that, because it's always easier to get through both your study program, but also your following job if it's something that you're passionate about. If you're not really into the area that you've chosen, you shouldn't go through a study program, feel bored, feel forced to do it, if you then come out on the other side of the study program and don't want to work with it. Therefore, I say go with your passion. And if you find out that maybe this is not what you want to do, or you can't find a job within this area, when you have the passion, you can create your own. It's much easier to start a company, do entrepreneurship, if you have the passion with you. So yeah, I hope this inspired you to study engineering. And so yes, join us, become an engineer, and together, let's make a difference.
Kadangi mokslas Danijoje, ką prieš tai ir minėjau, turbūt daugelis užfiksavot, nes dažnai būna, kad į konsultacijas atėję 12-okai, pirmas žodis, nuo ko pradeda, kad mokslas Danijoje yra absoliučiai nemokamas. Tai taip ir yra, Danijoje mokslas yra nemokamas, todėl apie inžinerinės specialybės, kurias kalbėjo, ir tikrai labai kokybiškos studijos, dėl to, kad universitetas yra stipriai orientuotas į inžinerinės studijų programas. Tai tenai jums mokslas tikrai nekainuos, yra mokslas nemokamas. Jeigu mes kalbėtume apie Olandijos universitetus, tai bakalauro laipsnis pas juos kainuoja 2168 eurus per metus, kas turbūt šiai dienai lyginant su lietuviškom studijų kainom, tai yra labai konkurencinga ir tikrai sąlyginai studijos nėra brangios.
Tai greičiausiai, kad netgi tokia pati daugiau mažiau suma. Aš nesu tikras, bet spėju, kad 2100 eurų tokia skamba lietuviška suma.
Iš esmės labai Karoli panašiai, sakau, daugeliu atveju netgi ir pigiau būtų, negu kai kurios programos, kurios yra siūlomas lietuvių kalba.
Kiek inžinierijos studijos yra populiarios tarp lietuvių? Kiek daug studentų vyksta į tokius universitetus, tokias specialybės studijuoti?
Aš galvoju, kad jos tikrai yra pakankamai populiarios, tik tiek, kad labai specifiškos. Nes didžioji dalis ten humanitarų tikrai inžinerinių specialybių nesirenka. Tik tai gal įdomumų dėliai pasakysiu, kad tikrai kartais pradžiai galbūt kažkiek nustebdavau, kada merginos renkasi inžinerinę specialybę. Bet dabar tos nuostabos tikrai nėra, dėl to, kad aš sąlyginai sakau, tai yra turbūt nišinė specialybė. Ar apskritai specialybės, kur tokie specialistai tikrai yra reikalingi ir šiai dienai labai paklausus.
Pačios studijos, nes mes labai mažai šnekam apie Olandiją, apie Daniją, didžioji dalis mūsų koncentracijos sutelkta į Didžiąją Britaniją. Pačios studijos Olandijoje, Danijoje, kuo jos nežinau, kitokios yra, arba gal net studentavimas, kuo jis yra kitoks, kiek tenka girdėti atsiliepimų iš jau sugrįžusių arba studijas betęsiančių studentų?
Iš esmės aš galvoju, Karoli, jeigu mes kalbėsime apie Olandiją, kaip daugelis įsivaizduoja.
Pakalbėkime apie Olandiją, kaip daugelis įsivaizduoja.
Natūralu turbūt, legalizuota žolė, žodžiu, viskas galima, ne, tai ta pirma asociacija ir tėvų tie nuogastavimai turbūt labai dažnai būna, kad galbūt baiminosi dėl studijų Olandijoje, dėl to, kad vaikas gal kažkur tai klystkeliais gali nukeliauti. Bet man daug kartų yra tekę lankytis Olandijoje ir bendrauti su studentais. Tai iš tikrųjų šitas dalykas jis nėra taip aptarinėjamas būnant pačioje Olandijoje. Ir kad tai nėra tas turbūt, nežinau, tas toksai dalykas, kaip sako, daug jaunų žmonių į Olandiją keliauja vien tik dėl to. Tai iš tikrųjų ne, studijos tikrai yra kokybiškos, o ta kultūra, aš galvoju, kiekvienas žmogus individualiai pasirenka. Tai gali tu nekeliauti į tą pačią Olandiją ir Lietuvoje puikiai rasti, kur nusipirkti, ko tu nori. Tai iš esmės tikrai, tai aš visiškai atskirčiau nuo studijų. O kalbant apie Daniją, tai iš esmės Danijoje tikrai, kadangi mokslas yra nemokamas, yra puikios sąlygos studentam ir lygiai tas pats ir Olandijoje, kada valstybė remia dirbančius studentus. Ir yra tam tikras valandų kiekis, tai kaip pavyzdys, tai yra, jeigu mes kalbėsim apie Daniją, tai yra 10-12 valandų darbo. Tu dirbdamas studijų metu iš valstybės gali gauti paramą.
10-12 valandų per savaitę.
Per savaitę, ko nepaminėjau. Ir tada, kaip dirbantis studentas, tu gali gauti valstybės paramą, kuri priklauso nuo tavo atlyginimo, bet jinai svyruoja kažkur tai apie 500-600 eurų plus kas mėnesį gauti iš valstybės.
Gerai, tai taip jau gavosi, kad dabar...
Ir labai įdomi, taip kitko, Karolė, esu turėjęs studentę, kuri išvažiavo mokintis į Daniją.
Ir būtent šitą universitetą?
Ne šitą universitetą, bet jinai Danijoje studijavo, šiuo metu yra baigusi ir kada buvau grįžus kalėdinių atostogų, tai labai fainai pasikalbėjom ir tikrai iškomunikavo tokį dalyką, kad jinai dirbdama 10-12 valandų, tai yra dirbu 12 valandų per savaitę, gavo valstybės paramą ir jos uždarbis buvo didesnis negu jos abiejų tėvų sudėjus dirbančių Lietuvoje.
Aišku, ir išlaidos gerokai didesnės.
Taip, išlaidos didesnės, bet pats faktas yra toksai, iš esmės, kad tikrai studentai studijuodami užsienyje pakankamai gerai ir uždirba.
Ir dirbdami 2 valandas per dieną maždaug. Taip išeitų, jeigu 10-12 sakai per savaitę.
Taip, be abejo taip.